Today, we're focusing on a really fascinating case study. It's an organization that seems to have figured out how to translate the intensity of military service into post-service civilian life.
Yeah, a really high energy version of it.
Exactly. We're diving into Veterans for Airsoft, or VFA, and how they use military simulation, MILSIM, to help veterans and first responders get kinetic.
And it's so much more than just, giving someone a hobby. Our sources on VFA's mission make it pretty clear that this is a kind of structural intervention.
What do you mean by that? Structural.
Well, they're providing a very specific type of experience, one that's rooted in mission parameters, physical challenges. We need to unpack not just what they're offering, but why it works so well for this particular group of people.
Okay, let's do that. Because when I hear Airsoft, I think of, a recreational weekend game. But MILSIM, in the way VFA uses it, sounds like something else entirely. What are we really talking about here?
Right. So MILSIM, the abbreviation, it technically refers to armed confrontation scenarios, civilians running them for fun and sometimes for training. But VFA really leans into the simulation part of it.
So it's not just about the entertainment.
Not at all. They're leveraging the realism, the intensity. That's the whole point.
Okay, but if it's just a game at its core, why does VFA see this as such a critical tool for post-service life? I mean, what's so special about this structure?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The civilian world can feel, well, pretty unstructured after you separate. There's often no clear mission. VFA uses MILSIM to create an atmosphere that challenges you, physically and mentally.
There's a goal.
Exactly. A non-negotiable mission set. You've got mission briefings, structured radio comms, a chain of command, complex tactical problems. It turns it from just running around into high-stakes problem solving.
So they're basically providing a controlled environment for a type of non-lethal risk-taking.
Yeah.
It feels really important for people who are used to that state of mind.
It's crucial. I mean, we're talking about psychological wellness here. Think about the concept of a flow state. High-tempo jobs, they force you into this deep concentration and teamwork, and that creates flow. You're fully immersed.
And regular hobbies don't always do that.
Rarely. MILSIM, though, with its clear goals and challenges, lets participants get back into that flow state. And that can be incredibly regulating for your mind.
So the appeal isn't just about nostalgia for the uniform or anything like that. It's a deeper psychological need for the unit, for the mission.
Precisely. They're targeting people from the military, law enforcement, first responder agencies. I mean, these are individuals whose whole professional lives were about being a seamless unit under pressure. MILSIM demands that. Instantly.
It fills a void.
It directly addresses the void left when that sense of unit cohesion just vanishes. It connects their past skills to a really engaging present.
That makes a ton of sense. It clarifies the target audience perfectly. So let's talk about how VFA actually does it, because this isn't just a meetup group. It's a real organization.
Oh, absolutely. Veterans for Airsoft is a 100% volunteer-based 501c3. Yeah. A proper veteran service organization.
A nonprofit.
A full-on nonprofit. It was founded back in 2018, and its headquarters are out of Jacksonville, Florida. The fact that they've got that status and run on volunteers while putting on these huge events, it says a lot.
100% volunteer run. That's incredible. So what's their primary goal? What are they trying to do every weekend?
Their mission is stated very clearly. They want to provide an active and engaging weekend experience through these MILSIM events.
Yep.
It all comes back to that one call to action.
Get kinetic.
Get kinetic. Get vets off the couch and moving.
I love that. But, a 3-day MILSIM event could be really intimidating for a beginner. The gear, the rules, the cost. How does VFA break down those barriers?
That's where their strategy is it's brilliant. VFA is all about making that first experience seamless.
Ah, okay.
They handle all the bureaucracy. They make sure you never, ever feel like the new guy by walking you right into the mission.
And the biggest barrier of all, which is almost always money, they take care of that too. The sources say military tickets for these 3-day events are free.
Totally free. That's the absolute cornerstone of what they do. And we can actually see the scale of it.
You mean they track it?
Yeah. The material we looked at shows VFA has tracked, get this, 436 free veteran tickets so far.
Wow. 436.
436 times they've completely removed the financial barrier for a veteran to get involved in something like this. It's a real measurable output.
That's a huge impact. But okay, providing the tickets is one thing. Actually running a simulation for hundreds of people, That's a massive logistical challenge. How do they pull that off?
It's staggering. So they don't try to reinvent the wheel. VFA partners directly with the country's top training facilities and the big MILSIM event producers.
Smart. So they get access to the best locations.
Exactly. Huge pieces of land, abandoned towns, CQB structures, all the places you need to make the scenario feel real.
So they outsource the event location, but what about the gear for the actual person? I mean, equipment for this kind of thing can cost a fortune.
And that's the other problem VFA just solves. They provide all of it.
All of it.
All the essential equipment you need.
Yeah.
The airsoft rifle, the protective gear, the radios,
Yeah.
everything. They coordinate with every single person to make sure they're kitted out before they even get there. Basically, if you're a vet who wants to try it, VFA says, we've got the gear, we've got the ticket, you just show up.
That is phenomenal, but there's one detail in the sources that really stood out to me. Something that takes this from a standard event to something on another level.
I think I know what you're talking about, the high-value assets.
Yeah. The sources say VFA provides helicopter missions at these events.
Yep. This isn't just a static firefight. We are talking about active, high-tempo aerial insertions and extractions.
Talk about get kinetic. That completely changes the game. What does adding helicopters do to the whole experience?
It's a massive shift.
Yeah.
I mean, it fundamentally alters the tempo and the scale of the whole thing. It requires rapid prep, precision timing under pressure.
Just like a real op.
Exactly. For veterans who have done that before, it reinforces those operational skills and it cranks up the realism to 11. It's an expensive, complex asset to bring in, which just shows you how committed VFA is to providing the ultimate experience.
This whole operation, from the volunteer staff to funding helicopters, it really speaks to their core philosophy. It's like gratitude in action.
It's living their ethos, right? They connected directly to that JFK quote.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them.
Right, and by dedicating their time, their resources. By getting these incredible assets, VFA turns that abstract idea of appreciation into something concrete, something kinetic that directly benefits the community.
That puts everything into perspective. Okay, so let's shift to how this whole thing sustains itself, because 436 free tickets, all that gear, helicopters, that's a constant need for money and people.
And the foundation is, again, that 100% volunteer force. These are the people doing the admin, the logistics, handing out gear, keeping the entire mission moving forward. Without them, the whole thing would just collapse.
And they're always looking for more people, right? Not just players, but people to help run the organization.
Absolutely. VFA is actively recruiting military members, vets, law enforcement, first responders to enlist and help on the organizational side. If you have experience in logistics or comms, they need you.
So for our listeners who might be thinking, how can I support this? Beulah, what are the main ways VFA keeps this program running?
Well, since they're an official 501c3, the number one way is through donations, which are tax deductible. All that money goes directly to funding the tickets and maintaining the gear.
And what if someone wants to help in other ways?
They have the VFA store, so buying merch helps. They also rely on corporate sponsors who believe in the mission and, local community support. It takes a multi-pronged approach to keep the whole machine running.
So to sum it all up, VFA is using MILSIM, this high-fidelity, mission-focused, challenging activity, as a structured way to help veterans and first responders. By taking away the cost, taking away the gear problem, and then adding these incredible experiences like helicopter missions, they make it ridiculously easy to get kinetic again.
The key insight here is that they've built a bridge. They saw that a lot of civilian recreation just lacks the intensity, the structure, the cooperative risk that so many service members need. So VFA built an organization specifically to supply those exact things.
It says so much about the need for that kind of challenge, even after you've left a high-stakes profession.
Which brings up a really interesting question for you, the listener, to think about. If these simulations, centered around armed confrontation and missions, if they're so uniquely effective for veterans, what does that strong appeal tell us? What does it suggest about the ongoing need for mission focus and structured kinetic activity for people who've served?
You mean, is it fulfilling some kind of unique psychological function?
Right. Is it a structured way to release tension, to maintain a professional identity in a way that maybe more traditional support systems just can't?
A fascinating thought. That maybe the highest form of support is the most kinetic. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
Anytime.